Hello Leeds United fans, it is Connor McGilligan here. We're back with another episode on the channel. Make sure you're liking the video. I hope you're enjoying the content. And yeah, we do have the debrief later on, around about 7 o'clock. And I'm sure you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy the episode this evening. Make sure you're sticking around for that one. But we've got a few controversial topics to talk about today. But to start off the video, everybody, make sure that you're heading over to the Patreon. Make sure you're liking, commenting in, and subscribing on the videos as well. But there's bonus content over there. We've got a couple extra podcasts on Leeds United and general matters over there. Now we've got a really large membership over there and absolutely loving the content and the community over there as much as I'm enjoying the community over here as well. Please make sure, as I say, you're looking through the video, you're sharing to your friends as well. And let's get into it now. So to start off, this Tuesday morning, a controversial topic, everyone, a controversial topic, and it's Jack Harrison. Yes, he is making the Leeds United Twitter sphere boil, melt down, if you will. But there are some rational heads out there as well, and I'm going to try provide a little bit of an opinion to counteract some of the hostility towards the English winger. So Jack, at this moment in time, has just, I mean, I'll insert the video, and it's basically his mum has narked off Leeds fans. Here's why.
Geelong? My son. Oh, is he? Jack! Can you have your shirt? Can you have a shirt? Can you have a shirt, please? Can my lad have a shirt? Jack! Jack, can my son have your shirt? Where is it? Jack, can you have it? Thank you. Thank you. Everton's all right, mate. Hey, what's it? Well, hey, Jack, lad. Hey, stay here. Tom, stay here. Don't go back to Leeds. Oh, fucking no, no. Stay here. Yes, boys.
So as you can see, listen, it doesn't look great, does it? She's in the Everton crowd, and someone's mentioned, you know, staying at Everton, and then she said, oh, essentially, like, I'm not going back, and I wouldn't go back. Listen, there's a lot to pick apart here. Now, actually, if you're looking at it, she's in an away crowd. She's never going to say, oh, yeah, he's going to go back to Leeds or whatever. That's never going to happen. But I think it's how she said it. It's that Manc accent, isn't it? It's the Manc accent. But no, it's how she said it, and she comes across as if, like, you know, Leeds are there. You know, it doesn't matter. No. And I think that, and I understand why Leeds fans are narked off by that, because we made Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison really, with the greatest of respect, was nothing before he came to Leeds. He was in America, his name wasn't really anywhere. He was on the bench for Middlesbrough, barely made any loan appearances, came to Leeds, and Marcelo Bielsa revitalised his career and really brought him up. And there's credit to Jack there, and there's credit to Marcelo, of course, who improved pretty much every single player at Leeds United and the hopes and prospects of this club. However, I think he's gone about it. I think his mum's gone about it in a way that naturally is like, we're not dealing with Leeds. But you can kind of understand where she's coming from. It was a circus, and that's what a lot of people aren't taking into context. They're thinking of the longevity of Jack's career, but it was a circus, let's be honest, in the last 18 months. Victor Orta, Andrea Radrizzani, Jesse Marsh, Javi Gracia, Sam Allardyce, and that's to name a few things. It was nuts. It was mental. There was no consistency, momentum, and probably now when you're looking at Everton, obviously they've got new owners coming in, or they might have had new owners coming in, I can't quite remember, but they've also got consistency under Sean Dyche. It looks like they're playing decent football, 4 wins on the bounce, and maybe she's just looking at it and it's just like, for her son, listen, we just want a bit of consistency in his life right now. We don't want it to be all up in the air, and that circus at Ellen Road, which it was last season, is not a fruitful environment for her son whatsoever. So that's where I kind of understand, but maybe she shouldn't have gone about it in the way of like, yeah, almost like F that sort of thing. We're not going back there, because at the end of the day, she has absolutely no control on it whatsoever. In a strange sort of way, Jack doesn't. There's a lot of talk talk at the moment that apparently there's an agreement with Leeds and Everton, and that's just absolutely false. There's no pre-agreed deal with Leeds and Everton at this moment in time. That's going to be hashed out at the end of the season. That would be brain dead for Leeds to do that, to have an obligation, because with Jack Harrison, he's doing okay in the Premier League. Leeds probably had foresight that he was going to do okay again in the Premier League. And what they've done is they'll just wait till the end of the season and see who comes in for him again. You know, if you get clubs getting promoted, Leeds might get promoted, and we might be in a much more advantageous position when it comes to Jack Harrison, Everton, and, you know, just like Leeds United. You know, we are the people in this scenario who have the power. You know, he could come back to Leeds. Everton are in a situation right now where we don't really understand where their finances are. We're not going to sell him for a cut price. We wouldn't sell Willie Gnonto for a cut price. We wouldn't sell Sinisterra for a cut price. And that's the advantageous position, as I've mentioned previously, that Leeds are in. As I say, it seems absolutely crazy with what we're talking about with Jack Harrison in terms of our front line, because we know the talent is there, we know the caliber's there, but at this moment in time, maybe it's not being as ruthless and brutal as Daniel Farke has just illustrated. But overall, it's a systematic breakdown for me at this moment in time. It's teams being allowed to just press Leeds United, and Leeds not finding a systematic answer to this. So overall, that means that our front line isn't getting, probably in the last couple of games, as many chances as Daniel Farke actually thinks they're getting. Now, that doesn't mean that I know more than Daniel Farke or anything like that, but let's be brutally honest. In the last two games, the loss to Sunderland and the draw to Coventry, it's not like Leeds have been bombarding Coventry and Sunderland's goal. It's been a problem in terms of Leeds breaking down that opposition. So don't get me wrong, Daniel Farke is right when it comes to productivity. You know, we've seen Rutter miss absolute sitters. We've missed Yoel Perot against Leicester, against Plymouth, against Bristol City, missed key chances. But overall, the front line is doing an okay job. I think what we're struggling with is, at this moment in time, is to really find a way of breaking down when we don't get past that plan A situation, which we all know is just passing through that congested space. But Farke is not wrong. But once again, being pragmatic once again, maybe change it up, Daniel. There's a certain Italian on the bench who might improve your productivity in front of goal. And there's a Turkish outlet, Aksem, who said that apparently Leeds United are willing to sign Galatasaray star Karim Aktürkoğlu. Karim Aktürkoğlu, boom, gets it. The Turkish outlet has reported on its website that the Whites are willing to pay the fee of £13 million to bring him to Ellen Road this month. Now, there's been a lot of talk around this guy. I'm just going to call him Karim because I don't want to butcher it again. But there's been a lot of you guys asking me about that. Guys, he's playing Champions League football. Lazio are also apparently interested in him, and 13 million quid. Let's just close that book straight away. There's no chance Leeds are doing that. We've already been told by Angus Kinnear that apparently the Leeds, hierarchy are probably going to be looking potentially at 2 loans in January, but also you're hoping that they maybe scupper up the money for a left back. Can we dream about a central attacking midfielder? Go check my video out last night where we put the targets up, who I would go for. But overall, I don't think that's going to happen. Let's be brutally honest. That is a lot of money. It's Champions League football. Realism. And once again, we saw Leicester pick up more points last night, and it's getting a bit ridiculous now, isn't it? It's getting a bit ridiculous. Leicester sits on 55 points. Obviously, whilst Leeds sit on 42, which is fantastic when it comes to Leeds in terms of what we've done in comparison to previous years, which everybody keeps telling me. But at this moment in time, Leicester just seem unbeatable. Overall, I know we've done it. I think Middlesbrough have done it, and Hull have done it at the start of the season. But overall, they're just barely dropping any points now, and they're really getting into the swing of things. So that's going to be fascinating to keep an eye on. But we're playing the team who, we can really disrupt it this weekend when it comes to Ipswich Town. And I'm actually a bit excited for this one now. But it's going to be a very interesting game between Leeds and Ipswich. I think we know that, back at Portman Road, we had Sinisterra and Gnonto was starting, and it was a very fresh outlook. And Leeds, if we're being honest, had a 20-minute spell where we genuinely could have been 6 or 7 up. We were absolutely frightening. We were thrilling in that phase. And I think Ipswich fans were stunned as well. But overall, they systematically sort of were much better in that second half. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. Farke needs to be a lot more pragmatic in this. I think he needs to make changes. And it's going to be a really big game for Leeds, because no other teams really, it looks like, are taking mass points off Ipswich. We need them to falter against us, and we need them to falter against Leicester. And it seems like at this moment in time, Farke is dumbing it down. But this is a massive phase for Leeds. We have to get something in this game. For me, it's a must win, and Leicester need to beat them as well if we are looking at Ipswich as the team to catch. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. We will have a debrief out tonight. Stick around for that one. fun. And also make sure you check out all the content from the channel. Check out the latest podcast on the Patreon. Link is in the description below if you want to join the community over there. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.